England claimed the Grand Slam more comfortably than the final score may have suggested. My name is Mark, let's talk rugby. France started the game pretty well. First, they win a kicking battle by turning the England back three, kicking over the heads. Then they hold on to the ball and win a penalty. Tremoulier goes to the post, but drags her kick wide. Sarah Byrne then gets isolated as Forlani gets over the ball. This time they decide to go to the corner. Hermé claims the line out and they work in field, but England managed to get in there and turn over. England kick it clear, but France come back in waves. Some good England defence and they weathered the storm, and we're back to a kicking contest. Good 10 or so minutes that France were in there, couldn't score. Rowlands then kicks out in the full, and France are able to get back in position, but then Boderman gets over the ball, wins a penalty, and England this time are able to clear, feeling that France need to score some points while they're on top, but it's England who actually open the scoring. Rowland steps and avoids a tackle, then breaks down the middle. She gets it out to MacDonald, who finds Dow on the wing, and she has the gas to go over to score. Rowlands missed the conversion, and we're at 5-0. France, their scramble defence there was pretty poor, but England are just so clinical. England then push France off their own ball at the scrum, win a penalty, and they kick that to the corner. They then score again. So good carrying from Cabella gets them into the 22. Hurd then with a nice step, and she puts Marley Packer over the score. This one is converted at 12-0. France again feel like they need to score next, or the contest is going to get away from them. But it really only gets worse for them. England are camped on the French line, playing with advantage. Tremoulier deliberately knocks the ball on. She gets a yellow card. England then off for the scrum for the penalty in the shadow of the post. They drive France back, and Matthews picks from the base and crashes over. It's converted for 19-0. And it feels like even at this stage, there's no way back for France. England then get over again a few minutes later. Davies, she's getting tackled as she crosses, and we have a TMO check to see if she gets the ball down. It's no try. She's held up, and there's no clear grounding. Then Lucy Packer goes close, but she knocks on as she stretches out for the line. We have a TMO review, though, because Bernadou was offside as she tackled her, and it was a probable try, so it's a yellow card and penalty try. That's then 26-0 to England. England then were close to half-time, but have time to add a fifth before the break. Some big carries, and then Allcroft, lovely step, and over to score. Just the skills that she has are just crazy. Converted then for 33-0, and that's a halftime score. France start the second half much like they did the first, but they actually managed to get over the line this time. They have a decent maul, gives them good platform. They spread it out to Bouillard, who steps back inside and goes over to score. It's converted by Tremoulier. We're at 33-7. France then keep the pressure up, and they get a second. England soaking up the pressure, but Tremoulier kicks crossfield to Hermé. Looks like England have dealt with it okay, but the ball goes loose. Vernier then pounces on it, steps through the defence to score. Just still don't know how she actually got through there. So really good footwork. Nobody laid a hand on her. Tremoulier converts at 33-14. If France had got a couple of these tries in the first half, we would have had a very, very memorable game. England, though, then they snuff out any talk of a possible French comeback as they maul over. Lark Davies is the scorer. Conversions missed were 38-14. France then get their own maul try. Fallu with a good turnover. England then get pinged, and France go to the corner. England look to disrupt the maul, but France roll around them on the blind side and over. Escudero is the scorer. It's converted for 38-21. England then try to get another maul try, but they get held up over the line. Arbez did really well to hold Marley Packer up over the goal line. It's a goal line dropout to France. Attendance is then announced. It's 54,498, a new world record for a women's test. France, right after that, they break thanks to like just the beauty of an offload out the back of the hands from Bernier in midfield. Chambon then breaks down the wing, but Breach does really well to cover back and forces her into touch. France, though, they're not going away. They're back in the England 22, some big carries, and Gros powers over to score. Conversions miss with 38-21. Arbez then makes a break to take France back into 22. England played half-back cynically, but France go quickly from the pen. France then knock on, but they win a penalty at the scrum. They go quickly, and again, Banet goes over to score. Arbez then converts via the upright, and we're at 38-33, but time is up, and that is our final score. Let's have a look at some of these stats from the game. So possession, 46% to England, 54% to France. Territory, 40% for England and 60% for France. France, they were on top for so long in that first half at the start, just couldn't do anything with it. England, by contrast, anytime pretty much they got a chance, they were scoring, and that is reflected in points per visit to 22 as well. 4 for England to 2 from France. Yeah, France were just a little bit more clinical, probably would have been able to get the win, but can't take anything away from England. Such an amazing performance for them to build such a big lead and then look comfortable, once they got so far ahead. Breakdown steals then, 7 for England, 3 for France. And it wasn't just France making mistakes that contributed to the not scoring, especially early on. It was England getting over there, especially the likes of Boderman, getting in there and winning those turnovers and winning those penalties. Line breaks then, 6 for England and 7 for France. Some really talented players on both teams, backs and forwards, able to break the line. The scrum then, 86% for England, 67% for France. So England on top in the scrum, but it's the first game actually that they haven't gone 100% in the scrum. France, they were under big pressure in that first half, but second half they really brought it and caused England problems on their put-in as well. Dominant tackles then, 17 from England, 3 from France. England defence, when they needed to, was absolutely amazing. They're not just an attacking team. They're proud of their defensive record as well, and that came through in the game. So England, congratulations, Grand Slam champions for 2023. Will go some way to make up for the heartbreak of losing the Women's World Cup final against New Zealand, but I'm sure they'd love to have those winners' medals for that too. But now it's a celebration for them. They were the best team over the tournament. France, they came, they tried their best, but still a step down from England team, I feel, at the moment. But you can see the way the other teams are performing as well, and the way France were able to come back in that second half as well, that the gap is beginning to close between England and the rest. It's going to be a few years before we see maybe, a winner from outside of these two in the Women's Six Nations, but I feel like it is coming, and we're going to see much more competitive tournaments in the future. But for now, this England team just on another level. They're absolutely amazing, deserve all the plaudits they get, and deserve now to, have some good celebrations and a nice rest as well before the women's, the 15s tournament that's coming later in the year.